7-star DELPHOX raids return tonight, and now that we've had time to study the raid, know the mechanics, check out the builds and the strategies, here are the 3 best builds that you can use to either solo the DELPHOX raid, or use these online when you play with friends. They're pretty simple to make, and they're actually a wide variety. So, let's take a look at them real quick so that way you can hop in and farm this raid as easily as possible this weekend. So, the first Pokemon we have on our list is, honestly, in my opinion, this is the best solo Pokemon that you can use. You can knock these raids out so fast using this Pokemon, and that is the Pokegod itself, Arceus. So, for this one, we're level 100. We're a normal type, so we're not holding a plate at all, and we are a Steel Tera type. Now, for the held item on this one, you can use the Expert Belt. It's going to make Steel Beam just that much more effective. But you actually don't need it to, like, one-shot DELPHOX, which is what you're going to be doing with this one. You can instead put the wide lens on here, which is going to make Steel Beam even more accurate, so that way you don't have to go through all this setup just for Steel Beam to miss. Trust me, been there, it's not fun. But as far as stats go on this one, here's what we have. We have max EVs in our HP and special defense with a modest nature. And then our moveset is Acid Spray, Calm Mind, Steel Beam, and Recover. And the strat for this one's pretty simple. You come in, you use Calm Mind for the first 6 turns to get yourself to +6, which is fine because DELPHOX never cleanses you until after its shield is gone, and by the time its shield is gone here, it's already KO'd. After that, DELPHOX should have cleansed itself and should have shield up. You use Acid Spray 3 times just to drop its special defense down to -6. And then after that, you terrestrialize to your Steel Tera type, use Steel Beam that one time, and you will literally take out all of DELPHOX's HP in one shot. This one's kind of crazy. If you want to see what it looks like, click the link in the upper right-hand corner right now, and go check out that video. It explains this a little bit more in depth. Up next on the list, we have a Pokemon that is both good for solos and for online raids as well. This one, soloing, is a little bit more complicated than Arceus is, but it does work. It just takes some time and some getting used to, and that is Heatran. So for Heatran, we have level 100. It is Fire and Steel typing with a Steel Tera type. Its held item is the Shell Bell, and for our stats, we are looking at max EVs in our special attack and special defense with a modest nature. Our ability is Flash Fire, which means that Will-O-Wisp and Fire Blast are going to do absolutely nothing to us, like at all. And for our moveset, we have Metal Sound, Flash Cannon, Taunt, and Lava Plume. And the strat for this one is, honestly, it's pretty simple. If you use Taunt turn 2, then DELPHOX will not be able to use Magic Room. It'll last long enough so that it doesn't use Magic Room after its shield is gone. After that, you're going to use Metal Sound for the next 2 turns to drop its defense down as low as you can. And then you're going to use Flash Cannon. Now, I also have Lava Plume on this one, simply because we have Flash Fire as our ability. So, as DELPHOX continues to not hit you with either Will-O-Wisp or Fire Blast, Lava Plume is just going to continue to become more and more effective. So, if you're looking for a solid third move here, Lava Plume is definitely the way to go. There are some other options. I've seen people use Terra Blast on here. There's a couple other moves that have been put on this one as well. Honestly, I've used Lava Plume, and it works out super well. But that's Heatran. He's pretty solid. He's much better in online than he is offline, but you can definitely still use him offline. The next one, though, super solid offline. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our boy Armour Rouge. And I guarantee you, if you played through Scarlet and Violet, you probably have Armour Rouge. And this one, honestly, is probably the way to go if you're wanting to do this offline. So for Armour Rouge, we have it at level 100. It's Fire and Psychic with a Steel Tera type, and it's holding the Shell Bell as its held item. Now, as far as EVs go on this one, we have max EVs in HP and special attack with a modest nature, of course. And we have the ability Flash Fire, because we're going to just absorb all of those fire type moves that Armour Rouge is going to throw at us. For our moveset, we have Calm Mind, Acid Spray, Taunt, and Flash Cannon. And this one honestly works the same way that Arceus does. So you're going to hop in, first 6 turns, you're going to use Calm Minds, get yourself to +6. After that, use Acid Spray 3 times to put Delphox at -6. If you want to, use Taunt one of those first couple turns to keep it from using Magic Room. And then after that, Terastallize, start spamming Flash Cannon, and you will be shocked at the amount of damage that this build can do to Delphox. Honestly, it's not quite on caliber with what Arceus is able to do, but man, this thing is just absolutely insane. I guarantee you, you will get to the point where Flash Cannon, the first time you attack with it, will do enough damage that you will probably be low HP. It will put you right back up at the top. It is honestly, it is kind of ridiculous. So, Armour Rouge, honestly, my top pick if you're going to solo this offline and you're not doing it with any friends. This one's a little different than the one that I had before with expanding force on it. I think all we did to this to change it was just add Flash Cannon instead of expanding force, and then change the Tera type to steel. And that's it. So I've got one more build for you guys that's a little bit of an oddball if you want to challenge yourself. Alright, and the last one I have for you guys is kind of an oddball one, and this is one that's not to be messed around with. This is one for if you really want to like test yourself and prove to yourself that you can beat this raid with just about anything. So this is Ceruledge, the antithesis of Armour Rouge. So it is fire and ghost typing with a steel Tera type, and its held item is the Covert Cloak. This is going to protect us from those special defense drops when we get hit with Psychic. And, you know, it's not like we have to worry about being burned from Will-O-Wisp, because we have Flash Fire as our ability. But our EVs on this one are maxed out in physical attack and special defense. You could also max out your EVs in HP on this one if you wanted to go the opposite route of the special defense. I prefer special defense. Regardless, your ability is Flash Fire, and your moveset is Bitter Blade, Sword Stance, Iron Head, and Tera Blast. Here's the strat for this one. Pay attention, because I'm only saying it once. You're going to hop into the raid, and you're going to use the first 2 turns to do Bitter Blade. After you've done Bitter Blade 2 times, then you're going to do Sword Stance 2 times. Then you're going to do Bitter Blade 2 times. And then do Sword Stance 2 more times, because odds are Delphox is probably going to cleanse you. After you've done that, you can Terastallize. Go ahead and Terastallize, and start alternating between Iron Head and Bitter Blade as needed, until shield is gone. If you want to, you can also use Tera Blast as well. If you start running low on your power points for Iron Head. But once Delphox cleanses your stats after shield is gone, you're going to go back to Bitter Blade 2 times, Sword Stance 2 times, Bitter Blade 2 times, go back to Iron Head and Tera Blast. If you do that, this one will work. It is very much a challenge. It is very inconsistent, but I've seen a lot of people do this one, and I figured I'd throw this one in as a fun challenge for you guys. But that's it. That's the Ceruledge. Don't mess around with this one. This is one for if you want a challenge, and to be able to say, yeah, I beat Delphox with a mid-tier Pokemon that had no business going into this raid. And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. 3 super solid raid-ready builds that you can use to both solo offline and use in a group online to take on Delphox the Unrivaled. This raid, honestly, for the first hour, I thought it was going to be really difficult, and then once we figured out the correct Pokemon for this, just like all the other ones, it became ridiculously easy. So get out there, make yourself a build, have fun with these, and let me know down in the comments below, what Pokemon did you use to take on Delphox the Unrivaled, and what strat did you use? Let me know, and I'll probably pick some of my favorite ones and throw them in a video this weekend. But as always, remember, you guys got this. I believe in you. Have fun, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.